So how many of you believe that there are sins that are unforgivable? We are so used to this phrase that says, I can forgive, but I can never forget. You see, I was to teach forgiveness in my Sunday school, and then I almost scattered the whole class when I talk about forgiveness. Okay? So this particular day, I thought about forgiveness, and then it was according to how the Spirit led, and then hey, my people were like, no, there are sins that are unforgivable. Now I'm throwing it out there to you all. What do you think? Do you think there are sins that are unforgivable? Do we say there are sins that are unforgivable, or there are sins that are unforgettable? Okay? Now, literally, yes, there are unforgivable sins. There are sins that people do not deserve forgiveness. Now, the question is, do we ourselves deserve forgiveness, from God? So, honestly, there are sins that hurt so bad, that hurt so deeper that they will never close again. That wounded part can never be closed again. So let's call that unforgettable. But one very sad truth is that all sins are forgivable according to the Lord Almighty. Okay? According to the word of God, all sins are forgivable. They may not be forgettable. And that is where the role of Matthew comes in, where he says that forgive 70 times 7 times. Now, this does not literally mean that you should multiply 70 times 7 and that is the amount of time you should forgive. That's not what it means. It simply means that those unforgettable sins of your people, or those people that offend you, of your offenders, each time you remember, even till you pass on, whenever you remember, forgive again. You remember again, forgive again. Oh, that hurts me so bad. Forgive again. And then you remember again, you forgive again. And then you remember again, you forgive again. And so on and so on, like that. So that is the true meaning of that verse. 70 times 7, which means countless time. Keep forgiving. You will never forget anyways, but continue to forgive each time you remember. Now, this is a true meaning of forgiveness, and I got to realize this late last year, 2024. And ever since I realized it, of course, I shared it on TikTok. The first place I shared it was on TikTok. I don't know the message I listened to that made me realize that, and I was like, wow. I knew people have hurt me so bad that each time I remember, it's more like the wound is opened again and again and again. Now I know what it means, that there are unforgettable sins. You can't say there are unforgivable. No. For you to say there are unforgivable sins is wrong. And if you want to prove me wrong, drop it in the comment section. But make sure you back it up with the word of God, because that is where we have to go. That's where we have to settle it. Let's settle it with the word of God. So I hope I minister something. So do you agree with me that there are unforgettable sins, yet there are forgivable sins? I love you. See you in my next video.